2020 Futures Draft Review is presented by the Menominee Casino Resort. Menominee Casino Resort, something for everyone. We're joined by Gamblers head coach and general manager Pat Mickish. 2020 Futures Draft took place this past Monday. The Futures Draft consists only of players born in 2004. In total, the Gamblers selected 10 players. Pat, in the first round, you went back to a familiar team that you've had so much success with, Honey Baked in Michigan, and you picked a nice player in Cameron Van Sickle. Although he's only 16, he's 6'1", 195. Give us why you think Van Sickle can be a really special player.
Well, you talk about Honey Bake, and they were probably the best team in the country this year at the U15 level, and Cameron was the captain on that team. So we were excited to get him. He's an extremely complete player. I think Gambler fans will remember Josh Dunn, a former first-round pick for us as well, who just did everything, offensively, defensively, compete, and great leadership skills. So, you never know how that draft is going to fall, and we were very excited that it worked out.
Van Sickle, 75 points in 53 games this past year for Honey Bake. Honey Bake also produced former Gamblers Nick Schilke and Sheldon Dries. Nick, you also went forward in rounds 2, 3, and 4, and they included Cameron Lund of Cushing, Matthew D. Marsico of the Pittsburgh Penguins Elite, and Bowden Singleton of Northern Alberta Extreme Prep. All were very high on your draft board. Why?
Well, I think it's the complete packages, and I mean, like, we all sit and kind of target guys who fit the way we like to play, and they're all puck possession guys. They're players that make people around them better. They have different skill sets as far as some of the hard areas or the body types that are going to translate into our league, but they're all people that we envision playing in the USHL and having great success.
The defensemen selected in the Futures Draft include Oliver Chessier of the Rivers School, Aaron Brown of the Quint Red Devils, and C.J. Foley of Thayer Academy. Talk about Chessier, Brown, and Foley and the type of game each plays.
Well, again, it's that puck-moving mentality. We think they all have the ability to defend, but they have the offensive skills to play in the USHL. And I think, using Chicago as an example, who had such a great season in our league this year, you have to be able to skate, you have to be able to get offense from all sides, and I think we have a nice group of that coming in this year. We want to make sure that our future looks the exact same. We want to have those 5-man units that can produce.
Other forwards selected include Nicholas Van Tassel, the New Jersey Rockets, Stefan Kuznetsov, and Grayson Badger with the Cape Cod Whalers. Pat, let's start with Kuznetsov. Born in Biloxi, Mississippi, played Bantam hockey in Minnesota. This past year, midget hockey in New Jersey. How did Kuznetsov get on your radar?
Well, Brian was the one who was able to see him live, through communications with different advisors. We're able to get these names, and then, so much of this whole draft falls onto Brian and all the games he's watching through the years. So it was a shortened season, so we had to do a lot through video this year, and, but he's just one of those players, hockey background, which I love talking about, growing up around an ice rink, and, he's got the brain, he's got the skill set, and we're looking forward to watching his development over the next year.
And then Van Tassel and Badger, two Eastern kids, what type of game do they bring?
Complete. Brian was really happy with what we were able to get later in that draft and find kids that have, huge upsides as far as where they could still develop to, but they're going to compete hard, and they have that hockey sense that, translates really well to players that will contribute in our league.
Yeah, sitting in the draft room, I know you guys were really happy with who you selected. A lot of the kids you didn't think were going to be there were. So overall, you have to be very, very happy with what you were able to get.
Yeah, I think, Brian has his targets, his type of people that he knows fit into the way we like to coach. And so, you're always watching that list fall. But, he was extremely happy that, players that he thought we should be talking about earlier were still available, late into that draft. And he does that work, and we have complete faith in what that final list looks like, so it's exciting to hear.
All draft picks, returners, and select free agents will be in Green Bay for the Gamblers Trial Camp August 2nd through the 6th. Camp takes place at the Rest Center. Thanks to Gamblers head coach and general manager Pat Mickish, and thank you for watching the USHL Futures Draft Review presented by the Menominee Casino Resort. Menominee Casino Resort, something for everyone.